Now, at the bottom of the staircase is a beautiful Christmas tree. It's about 3 or 4 stories tall, and it's always a gift from the people of Norway, thanking the people of Britain for their help during World War II. It's got white lights all over it, and all these lights are vertical, so they make vertical lines going all the way up to the top of the tree with a golden star at the tip top. Now, you might hear somebody giving an announcement, and this is a group of children in front of the tree, and it sounds like they're going to start singing a Christmas carol. So I'm going to get a little bit closer and see if you can hear some of their music. Yeah, they are going to start. We got kids about the age of about 8, and they're all in their festive clothes. I see a boy in his Santa hat. Oh, here they go. Got some We Three Kings. I love it. They all have little hand bells in their hands making the music there. Now, I'm just walking to the left of the Christmas tree, and in a kind of this large glass box is a nativity scene. So we've got a little baby on a block in the center, and there's hay all around on the inside. And of course, you've got Mary at the baby's feet, and Joseph is reclining next to the baby on his side, and he's resting his head in his hand. And to the back and to the left are those 3 wise men bringing their gold and frankincense and myrrh. And just above, looking at the scene from the sky, actually hanging from the top of the shed, is it looks like a female angel in a pink dress holding a trumpet, looking over the scene. And then, of course, we have some shepherds with sheep and a donkey. So we got all the characters here, the nativity scene just next to the Christmas tree, and then the lovely Christmas carols as well. It's quite the festive scene here in Trafalgar Square. Now, I don't know if you can hear and discern, there's fountains that I'm walking past next. I'm pretty much right in the center of the square, and there's 2 fountains, one on either side of me. They shoot up into the air, probably, 3 stories into the air. And when the water comes back down, it falls into this basin, like a footed bowl, if you will. And then the water cascades over the sides of the footed bowl into another larger basin or a pool. And then the water again cascades out of that basin into a huge pool of water that people are standing around now. There's a little girl getting close to the edge there, trying to check out the water. And then closest to me is a sea creature sculpture, and it's this mermaid, because I can see she's got a fish's tail instead of feet. And then all around her are different fish swimming around, and in both of her arms on either side is a dolphin, and out of each of those dolphins' mouths is coming another fountain, water coming out into the large pool there. Now, as I'm getting to the other side of Trafalgar Square, there is a massive column shooting up into the sky all by itself. It's got vertical stripes going all the way to the top, and at the top it's got those acanthus leaves of a Corinthian column. Now, closest to me at the bottom, at the 4 corners, are 4 massive bronze lions. They're laying down, so they're fairly comfortable. They've got their tails wrapped around their legs and the back, and their mouths are open. I can see their fangs, and a father's just lifted a little girl to the paws of the lion for a photo, and she looks quite small next to these massive bronze lions. So just back to the column, though, at the tip top of the column is a gentleman. He is a sailor. He is the person who fought at the Battle of Trafalgar and defeated Napoleon at sea with the British Navy. And that, of course, is Lord Admiral Nelson. He's standing at the top there, and he is in his huge naval uniform with massive rounded hat. And he's got one hand resting on a sword. It almost looks like it's a cane, but it's a sword that's pointed down. And his other arm, it would be his right arm, it looks like it's bent at the elbow. But if you look a little bit closer, you could tell that he's doesn't have a hand at all. So that sleeve is actually just pinned to the front of his uniform because he lost his arm in battle. He also lost sight in one eye during battle. And one other kind of interesting fact about Lord Admiral Nelson is he's the only Navy man I've ever heard of to have seasickness, terrible seasickness. I don't know if that was the best career choice for him, but actually he was a genius admiral. And like I said, he did defeat Napoleon at the Battle of Trafalgar, but he also lost his life at that battle as well. And so the story goes he was out on the ship in full uniform, including gold epaulets, all of his medals, and his admiral's hat, and he was an easy target for a French sniper to shoot him. So he took a bullet kind of in his shoulder, it lodged in his chest, and he died shortly after that at the battle. So at the base of the column, there's actually friezes, sculptures, kind of low relief sculptures about scenes from the Battle of Trafalgar. And the one that I'm looking at right now is the scene when when Nelson dies. He's reclining back, and all of his sailors are very concerned about him and taking him below deck. Now, the interesting thing about the metal that's used for all of these friezes is they're melted down French cannons, actually. So after battles, of course, you get the spoils of war, and they use those French cannons from the Battle of Trafalgar to make the sculptures at the bottom of Nelson's column. Now, I'm a little bit further away from Trafalgar Square, and I'm in the center of a traffic circle. And in the center of this traffic circle is a sculpture. There's lots of sculptures on this road, but there is a stand here. It's all made of stone. It looks very weathered because it's about 400 years old, actually. And at the top of the stone stand is an equestrian statue. So it's a gentleman on a horse. The horse has his front right hoof up. The other hooves are down on the ground. The gentleman has long curly hair who's on the horse. He's got a sword at his side. He's got a beard and a mustache, and the beard is quite pointy. And maybe that will give you a bit of a clue as to who this fella is. It's actually Charles I. So he was the king in the 1600s, and he's looking down Whitehall, the street, and all the way at the end of the street, what we'll be coming to later, is Big Ben Tower.